We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the Show. Tonight we've got a good matchup in store between the Chicago White Sox and the Chicago Cubs. It's interleague baseball next on the show. Sampson is the man towing the rubber for the Cubs in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
One of the things that jumps out if you look at that stat sheet, a very high whip coming into this start. One of the things he's going to have to do a much better job, keep traffic off the bases, keep the walks down, try to limit the amount of hits. He's had a rough go of that so far this year. Let's see if he can turn it around in this one.
Now to the plate, Tim Anderson. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. Here comes the first pitch.
First pitch, 7:07.
0-1 pitch on its way. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Lifted down the line in right and back out of play. Count holds it 0-2. Now here's the pitch. 67 degrees our game time temperature. Right side. And that is through into right field for a single.
That's the only way to combat a nasty cutter. You have to find a way to fight and stay inside that baseball and drive it the other way.
So here's Yoan Moncada. Pitch out. Nothing doing. Check swing, no swing, says the home plate umpire. Ball 2. Well, guys, as we look at the Cubs coming into play here tonight, they come in winners of 2 straight and looking to get things turned around in what hasn't been all that amazing a stretch for them.
Yeah, Matty, for me, I'm going to go off script here. I think one of the keys to winning this game, I get it, the pitcher has to throw strikes, the offense has to show up. But I need more energy, more focus. I need guys flying around. I need guys looking like they want to win a ball game.
Anderson gets his lead at first, nobody out. Tried to crush that ball and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Pitch outside. The throw. Short hop, but they got him. Great pick and tag to catch him trying to steal. The 3-2 pitch. And this is hit hard to the right side. Foul. Right side and right into the shift. Reined in. And that's the 2nd out.
That is third.
Now a moment here to check out the White Sox starting lineup. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
Well, Matt, the guy to watch has to be Jose Abreu. He's hit over 400 in his last 10 games, and his team, they are really relying on him. He knows he's hot. His teammates know that he's hot, and you can bet the opposing pitcher, he knows he's hot too.
So here's Jose Abreu, as he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike one.
Well, even though these two teams are in different leagues, they do play each other every year because of the crosstown rivalry, and it's always pretty fun.
Yeah, and for the players, Matt, they love it. Not only is there more on the line than usual, like bragging rights, but they're not having to stay at hotels and all that. It's just like a normal home game where they're driving to a different ballpark.
Two and one the count to the White Sox first baseman. And the pitch on 2-1. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Swung on in the dirt for the third strike. Contreras goes to get it. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. So no runs on one base hit, no errors, and no one left on. It's the White Sox nothing. Cubbies coming to bat. A Windy City showdown, and it's on the show. Johnny Cueto, the right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, man, we're getting a look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last three starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks, and that doesn't add up to very good performances. So he's going to look to turn things around in this one here today.
Into the box now, Ian Happ, and what a season he's having. Entering play, leading the league in 2 of the 3 Triple Crown categories.
Yeah, and he's just off the league leading the batting race. He's in the top 5 in that category, but he is out in front in home runs and ribbies, so we'll see if he can make a push for the Triple Crown.
And this is off the corner and low, ball 1. And guys, you take a look at the White Sox entering play here tonight. They've been playing some pretty good baseball of late as they've won 6 of their last 8 games.
Yeah, Matty, this team needs to keep their focus. Short road trips have a tendency to sneak up on you. Next thing you know, you drop 2 or 3 games and then you're back in your home ballpark. They have to find a way to go out there and execute all facets of the game and squeak a few of these wins out.
2-0 count. Here it comes.
Ball 3.
Christopher Morrow is on deck. Three balls and a strike to the Chicago leadoff hitter. Swing hard liner to left center. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit.
Hey, this game's starting off exactly the way they want it to. Lead-off single in the bottom of the first after their pitcher went out there and threw a donut on the board. Boys are flying around.
At the plate, Christopher Morrow, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. And he's carrying a batting average of just over 300. So clearly he's been a productive player with the bat in his hand so far. Set to deliver the 0-1. And there's ball 1. So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Gary Simmons.
You know, D-Row, Gary Simmons, he's one of those umpires. He'll give you one thing or the other. At times his zone can be a little wide, and then he's a little more strict north and south, but he's a pretty consistent umpire.
The key, Dan, is be consistent. You want to give him the inside half, I'm okay with that, but then you can't give him away. If you're going to stay east-west, you better pick one side.
The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2.
And that's the pitch they wanted him to punch out on. A slider down around the knees. That's a good job of holding off on that swing.
And a check swing here, but the bat clearly breaks the plane as he's set down for the first out. Into the box now, Wilson Contreras. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. His eyes lit up on that one above the zone, but he comes up empty. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. And now we'll take a moment here at home plate as he asks for time. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone.
Classic strikeout pitch right there on 0-2. It's the one we know he loves going to, but great recognition to lay off in that spot.
The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. That's back-to-back strikeouts now as they've been unable to advance that leadoff single into scoring position.
Yeah, clearly no problems working out of the stretch right now, Matt. He's taking control this inning after giving up that hit. Now we'll see if he can finish it off strong as well.
Throw over to Abreu is in time. Digging in, Luis Robert. He'll get us started in the top of the second.
Luis Robert.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hard on the ground towards short. Simmons has it. Throw pulls the first baseman off the bag.
That is it.
And that's what speed does for you. He made the play, but in the back of his mind, he knew he was dealing with the speedster, so he rushed the throw, and he had more time than he thought, too.
Stepping in, Gavin Sheets. He'll be looking for better results in this one. He was 0 for 4 in the ballgame back on Sunday. First offering on its way. The cutter runs outside, ball 1. Nobody out, runner on first. Two balls and no strikes to the White Sox left fielder. Now a sinker falls in there for a called strike. 2-1. Throw over to first, and he just manages to get his hand in. The 2-1 home.
Hey! 2 balls, 2 strikes.
A runner at first with no outs here. And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3.
Defense has got to be on their toes right here. 3-2 count. Runner on first has got some serious wheels. You know he's probably being put in motion.
And he won't even try it at second as he flips to the pitcher covering to get the shooter out.
That is it. The right field.
So here's how the Chicago Cubs are positioned defensively. And let's take a look at Andrelton Simmons. You can argue this is the best defender in all the sport. Range, first step, quickness, whatever you want to throw out there, this is one of the best in the game.
So now to the plate, Leury Garcia, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Now a look and a throw back to second, and a dive, but he's back in there. And this one's in the dirt. Throw goes over to third, and he's called out on a close play at third. Outside, 3-0 now.
Now with the bases empty, I think he needs to be careful not to just groove one here just because it's 3-0. He's a guy that could ambush you and lose one over the wall.
He's lucky it's only a single back up the middle and not a double in the gap or a home run. Pitches like that in a show get absolutely hammered.
And that'll bring up Josh Harrison as the sinker to him finds the zone for strike one. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Comes set and the 0-1. Too much dip on the sinker, laid off for a ball. Now a throw over. The 1-1 home. He's running. Pitch outside. The throw is not going to get him as he swipes second.
That's pretty savvy base running, right? A lot of pitchers don't throw over twice in a row, so I think he was going on first movement, and it worked out nicely.
Harrison in front, 3 balls and a strike.
Good job to work the count and put himself back in the driver's seat. Started off with 1 strike, and now he's got the count in his favor, 3-1.
Full count now, 3-2. Ready with the payoff pitch. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Center fielder giving chase. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. White Sox leave 1. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and set to go is the rookie first baseman, Alfonso Rivas.
Alfonso Rivas.
Here's the pitch. Grounded to third. Moncada gloves it. And that's out number 1.
Batting 5th.
All right, guys, here's a defensive alignment for the Chicago White Sox. And, guys, what I want you to focus on today is this is one of the new age teams in the game that really rely on statistics and the numbers. And the numbers tell them that they're a better team defensively, moving guys around and shifting as much as they can.
To the plate now, David Bodie. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. The 1-0. Bottom of the second here with no score.
Hey.
2-2. Tried to fool him with the changeup, but he won't offer at it. 3-2. And he looks at a sinker for a called third strike, and now there are 2 gone.
Well, I'm glad we get another look at that beauty of a pitch right there. You can't spot a sinker in a better location because even if you do get the bat on the ball, there's not a whole lot you can do with that. Textbook sinker.
1 ball, no strikes to count. Now a ball lined toward the alley in left center. He lays out for it, but he can't pull it in. And they've got him hung up out there between second and third. The tag, and they got him as he couldn't get back to second. Up next for Chicago, Reese McGuire. He was 1 for 3 in the ball game back on Sunday. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. And the pitch. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
Wow, this guy's mowing right through this lineup right now, but that's what happens when you don't get a chance to see a pitcher very often. That's one of the things that are helpful when you're pitching in interleague games. It's always a good advantage for the pitcher because the hitters don't get to see that guy very often.
At the plate now, Johnny Cueto. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. The 1-0.
You certainly know he's not trying to work around the pitcher. But sometimes the hardest thing to do is to throw a strike to a guy that you know won't swing the bat.
But taken in over at first for the second out, as that might have been extra bases if it were 3 feet higher.
Anderson.
Stepping into the box, Tim Anderson. He singled to open up the ball game.
Not an easy thing to do when you're in a leadoff spot, but that was a good piece of hitting in his first at bat, an opposite field base hit, which leads me to believe that this guy's going to cover.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Down in order go the White Sox. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Bottom of the third now, and stepping in is the veteran shortstop, Andrelton Simmons.
The shortstop, Andrelton Simmons.
Here's the first pitch to him. And that misses, ball 1. Changeup stays outside and is behind 2-0. Pitch on the way.
Ball 3.
You can bet they love ball 4 here. That gives the pitcher on deck an obvious bunt situation to move the runner into scoring position.
And good patience exercised as he works out the walk to lead off the home half of the third.
And don't forget, he lost his last time out, so he wants to get off on the right foot here. The last thing he wanted was to walk the leadoff man.
The pitcher, Adrian Sampson, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation, so let's see if that is indeed on right here. Here comes the first pitch, and he's squaring around here, but he can't connect. 1 strike.
He doesn't even have to look down at the third base coach right here. That sac bunt is definitely staying on.
Bunt attempt is popped into foul ground. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And they do have him squaring with 2 strikes as he gets this one down. Oh, and he can't come up with it.
The left fielder, number 8, Ian Happ.
A man at second with 1 down, and that'll bring up the former first rounder and Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ. As a look, now the pitch. Started to go around there, but he holds up, ball 1. Happ is one of the few true superstar hitters in the game. You're no doubt aware of it, but it doesn't matter who he's facing. He's a major league threat to hit the ball hard somewhere just about every time he steps into the box.
Yeah, one of the best hitters and truly blessed by the gods, but I don't think people realize the amount of time and effort this guy has put into honing his craft to become one of the great hitters in our sport.
The 2-0 on the way. Hard hit to first. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. And he'll take this one to the bag for the out. But meanwhile, the runner will move up 90 feet to third base.
Now batting, number 5.
Coming to the plate now, Christopher Morrow. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. He waits. Now the pitch.
1-0.
First pitch here is a sinker that runs a bit too wide. It's ball 1. Bottom of inning number 3. 0-0 our score. Count even now at 1-1. To 1-2 now. One and two count. Here's the pitch.
2-2 now. Full count. 3-2.
Not a time to fool around right now on a 3-2 count with the middle part of the order coming up. Expect a good pitch to swing at.
Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. Out of the stretch, the 3-2 home. Count remains full.
4 foul balls in this AB. Pitcher cannot find anywhere to go to put this guy away.
He's set. The 3-2. And he missed with it there. Ball 4. It's a 2-out walk with the runner still at third.
And this is the kind of thing that's been happening to him all season long. He'll cruise for a while, hitting his spots, and all of a sudden the wheels come off and he struggles. We'll see if he can recover here.
Here's the first pitch to him. Hit the other way out toward right field. Long run for the right fielder. He gets there to make the play, and that ends the inning. A couple of walks, but no damage. 3 innings in the books. Still no score on the show. Next to bat will be the Cuban import, Yoan Moncada. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
The 1-0. Little late on this one as it's lifted the other way down the left field line. Now this will rattle up against the wall. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
Up next for the White Sox, the first baseman, Jose Abreu.
So here's the slugging first baseman Jose Abreu now. And that's through into center field. Base hit. Long throw to the plate. Oh, but it's offline, so the run will score.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy. Get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%, not trying to do too much, able to quiet the moment down, center himself, and come through in a big spot.
He's 0 for 1 thus far. Hit hard, but foul. Working for the punch out and the offering. Line hard toward right center. And that finds the outfield grass for a base hit.
As we take a look at the replay here, you can see that it was a hanging changeup. Nice job of staying back on it, and he's able to tattoo it for a double. And you know, if that pitch would have supplied more velocity, it might have been out of here. He hit it right on the screws.
Into the box, Gavin Sheets. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Simmons is there. Only play is going to be to first, so score it as an RBI ground out as the lead moves to 2-0 now.
Well, that's a quality at bat right there. Brings home the run with a ground ball, but also moves the other guy over to third base. Good job of keeping it simple there.
He's set. Here it comes. Sends that one out of play for strike one. Oh, and 1. Here it comes.
1-1.
Props to the hitter right there for laying off with a guy on third. You want to be aggressive, but you have to get a pitch you can drive.
No contact there, and it's 1-2. Protecting with 2 strikes, went out of the zone that time, but he stays alive. 2 runs, 5 hits, and no errors so far for the White Sox. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Down the left field line and deep, and this will wind up a foul ball. The 2-2 one more time.
Count is 3-2.
These are the kind of ABs, regardless of the outcome, you go back to the dugout as an offensive player, and your teammates are loving on you for making that pitcher work and battling it out.
Lifted down the line in left, and this is going to wind up a foul ball. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. The 3-2 one more time. Sent on the ground out to second. Scooped up. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
Up next for the White Sox.
So there are 2 gone now in the White Sox 4th, and the ever versatile Josh Harrison digs in. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. And he misses again. 2-0.
Hey, always a good idea to take a couple of pitches when you're facing a young arm like this one. And now he's put himself in a real good hitter's count.
The count now at 2-1. Can't find the zone there, and it's 3-1.
If I'm in the box right now, I'm coming unglued. He is going to throw something over the heart of the plate.
Grounded to first, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and no one left on base. So in now for Chicago, Patrick Wisdom. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Yeah, Matty, and it looked like a sinker in his last AB that got him to roll over. Kind of similar situation right here. Similar stuff on the mound. Look for them to try and get him to do exactly the same thing as his last AB. He's got to fight to get it elevated just a little bit more.
Wisdom, a California-born ball player. He's in year 1 of a new 3-year deal.
I know this ain't a ton of job security, but it's certainly better than a 1-year deal. A 2 to 3 year deal, put yourself in a position where you can really invest in this team.
Now the 2-1. Strike 2 swinging.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
This one sinks low and a touch outside. It's a full count, 3-2.
Hey, throwing the ball great up until this point. Don't want to allow a leadoff walk. Needs to just focus in on his mechanics right here.
Full count still. Hit hard on the ground towards second, and that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
Stepping in now, Alfonso Rivas. And Cueto starts him out with strike one.
Hey, it's not always about filling up the strike zone all the time every inning. He's pitching well as we're moving into the middle innings, but interestingly, less than 50% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
I think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike two. No runs, 3 hits, 1 error for the Cubs to this point. That fastball straightens him up a bit. 1-2 now. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. Shoots this one over to first. The throw pulls him off the bag. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
Here's one that you don't see too often, right? Safe at second base, but out at first. Great hustle there from the runner going into second. Really showed off his speed.
The next Cub up, David Bodie. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1. Nearly got the inside, but ruled the ball. Into the corner and slicing foul. Runner at second here with 1 man out. High in the air down the right field line. And foul. Oh, and they pulled a string on a good changeup there as he swings and misses, and he's set down on strikes for the 2nd time tonight.
He showed right there why having a good changeup is so valuable. 2-2, and he flips one up there that the bottom really falls out at the last minute. It's so hard to pick up, and it's even harder to make good contact with.
Rafael Ortega started to go around, but it's a called strike. 0-1. And recall, he doubled his first time through, but was thrown out trying to stretch that into a triple. This is line to left, and that's in there. Base hit. Wisdom isn't stopping. Here he comes to the plate. Tried to make it home when he shouldn't have, and now they've got him hung up. And he'll try to get back now, but it's not going to work. Ready now, Reese McGuire. And Dan, I'm sure the starter on the mound would like to hit the rewind button on that last inning.
Oh, no doubt about that, Mac. That was a really rocky frame, but clearly not enough to chase him from this game. We'll see if he's still shaking a bit or if he's able to put this behind him.
Now the 1-1 pitch.
Ball, that's out.
Down the first baseline. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
The batter, the pitcher.
All right, so time now for the Cubs Road to the Show report, as we see a couple of prospects who have been performing at a high level in the upper minors. At the plate, Johnny Cueto. as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Hit it hard but lined out in his first at bat. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. One out, nobody on. This is flared out towards second. And that'll find its way into center field for a one-out hit.
Hey, I've been impressed with this guy. Not only has he thrown the ball well, but now he's mixing in a base hit late in the game, giving his manager options. Whether or not he wants to pinch run, keep him in there, go to the relief. I mean, he's opened up a whole weaponry box for the manager.
And that'll bring up the shortstop, Tim Anderson. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. That's strike 2 on a well-placed changeup around the knees.
2 well-executed pitches at the knees right there, but I know this hitter's looking for something up.
Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone.
This is the kind of at bat where your hitting coach grabs you on the way back to the dugout to have a little chat about your approach. Not a lot of positives to draw from that at bat when you take 2 strikes and then you chase one out of the zone to go down on only 3 pitches.
Yohan Moncada is the batter now as he looks at a ball of 1-0. He's 1 for 2 in this one. 1-0 count. Here it is. Rolled slowly down the first baseline, but a foul ball. 1-1. From the belt, kicks and deals, and a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball.
You can really tell about how effective this guy's going to be when guys are swinging at that changeup. So far in this one, they've been real smart to let it go.
Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. Lots of possible outcomes on this pitch.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Long run for the center fielder. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. A man left for the White Sox, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cubs to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And he really emphasized that they're not doing a very good job capitalizing on run-scoring opportunities. With just 1 hit with runners in scoring position in the game, you can understand why he feels that way. But he also says he likes the way his guys are responding to the adversity. It seems as though they're keeping their energy and mood up. So we'll see if they can start coming through with some big hits as we go forward.
All right, Heidi, thank you. Crook will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
He's hitting for the Cubs. Number 24.
And that's cut on and missed. 0-1. Crook, a native of the Dominican Republic. He was selected in the 23rd round back in the draft of 2013.
Hey, this guy's got a chance to be an absolute steal. Being drafted where he was, there are definite signs that he has a chance to make an impact at the big league level.
Too much dip on the sinker, laid off for a ball.
That's where he wants that sinker to end up, but that was a nice job of laying off.
Got a piece. It's 2-2.
2 strikes.
Tried to fool him with the changeup, but he won't offer at it. 3-2.
You could pretty much book it that a fastball's coming. A challenge fastball right here. He cannot allow the 9-hole hitter to get on base with the top of the order looming.
To short, hit hard. Anderson picks it up. And the throw is wide as it pulls the first baseman off the bag.
Man, there's just no excuse for a middle infielder to make a play like that, especially your shortstop. Looked like a routine play, but for some reason, he just pulled the first baseman off the bag. It happens, but you never want to give a team extra outs.
back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring up the former first-rounder and Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ. And that's inside for a ball, 1-0. From the belt, the pitch. Changeup stays outside and he's behind 2-0.
Hey, you want to talk about being in a zone? This guy's been raking lately, and it all starts with his pitch selection. 2 great takes, and he's almost daring the pitcher just go ahead and challenge him.
The 2-0 on the way. Hit hard on the ground to third. And he goes to a knee to try to knock it down, but it's by him down the line.
Now's a good time for your pitcher to take a deep breath. He still has the lead, although it probably doesn't feel like it. So he can't worry about how he got into this mess. He just has to figure out how to get out of this mess.
In now, Christopher Morrow. Hit the other way out toward right field. Garcia is back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are 2 gone. On to first, a double play. Back now for the start of the 6th inning, and we send it down to Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. I had a chance to talk with White Sox manager Rick Renteria between innings about his thoughts on his lineup's performance. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. He said that although they haven't broken through in a big way in the runs column, they have made the opposing pitching work really hard for just about every out. Their starter's pitch count was pretty high, which resulted in him being removed from the game prior to the 6th inning. Now it's a matter of making their bullpen work just as hard, guys.
Thank you, Heidi. Jose Abreu is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. The pitch.
1-1.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Hasn't seen a heater yet in this at-bat. One might be coming right here.
Now he chops at a sinker here as this one's top foul off to the right. A full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Down the line and fair. That's a hit.
Chalk up another multi-hit game for this guy. He is absolutely on fire. He's been on a nice hot streak as of late, and I don't see it ending anytime soon.
To the plate now, Luis Robert. No balls and a strike to count. Set to deliver the 0-1. Now a swing and a deep drive to left. Left fielder looking up. Still going back into the bleachers and gone.
Well, this is what makes this guy so hard to pitch to. He has that rare combination of speed and power. You don't want to walk him and have him get on first base. So what happens, you throw him a strike and he can hit the ball the ballpark like he did just there.
He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Swing and a long drive again. This one to deep center. And the Sox keep pouring it on. This is extra bases as well. But the throw is offline and he's in there with 2 bases.
Everyone knows that this guy's numbers are not where he wants them to be so far this year, but you never know by that swing. He looked fluid and confident driving that pitch for a double. We'll see if that gets him going a bit.
Now time is called as both guys in the bullpen are ready to go. At the plate now, Leury Garcia. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball 1. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. And he falls behind now, 2-0.
Hey, the bullpen needs to step up in this situation. I got to believe the manager was hoping for way more than this.
Over the outside half, and it's 2-1. Shoots this one over to first. He's got it, and it's a productive first out as that runner's able to advance 90 feet up to third here. One out for Chicago here in the 6th, and that'll bring up Josh Harrison. Chris Martin, the tall right-handed reliever, takes over pitching duties out of the bullpen now.
Chris Martin.
He's set, and the pitch. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
This is where, as a batter, you got to find a way to put something in the outfield. Get something elevated. I know you got to battle with 2 strikes and protect, but if anything is belt or above, you got to swing.
The 1-2. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate, but it won't skip away far enough for the runner to advance. Here now the 2-2. In the air to center. Catch made in center. Here comes the runner from third. And now Gracious, just getting the ball back into the infield is becoming a problem. And now the runner will score from third on the errant throw. So no one on now after the sac fly. And next to hit is the catcher, Reese McGuire. No balls and 1 strike. Just off the outside as he can't catch the corner.
That's
1-1 pitch and a good sinker there, but he can't find the zone. 2-1. And the pitch. This is on the ground over to first. Fielded cleanly. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Coming to the plate now, Wilson Contreras. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
This one doesn't look good so far, down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. One ball, 1 strike to count. Now the 1-1 pitch is a sinker that misses for a ball. Hit hard to third. Moncada has it. Throws in time, and that's out number 1. Ready for another chance? Patrick Wisdom, 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. First pitch on its way. Starts him out with a sinker that's inside. 1-0. Bases are empty. 1 man out. That evens it up. 1-1. Now here it comes. Swing and a miss, and it's a ball and 2 strikes here.
In my opinion, one of the toughest pitches in the game to square up. Just a heavy sinker with good downward action.
Takes this the other way to right, and that's in for his 2nd hit of the afternoon.
Yeah, he's got the outs when he's needed him and seems to be really comfortable pitching from the stretch. Hard to keep that up over several innings, though.
Standing in now, Alfonso Rivas, as he'll take a look at ball one. 0 for 2 for him to this point. The 1-0 turned on down the line. The second for one. On to first. It's a double play as their woes continue. The inning is over. Coming to the plate now, the pitcher for the White Sox, Johnny Cueto. It was a single for him in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat. Well behind that fastball. It's a swinging strike. Sent on the ground out to second. Right to him. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Now batting, shortstop.
At the plate, Tim Anderson. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Gotta find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Two and 1 count to the Pale Hose leadoff hitter. 1 out, nobody on. A swing and a ground ball to third, but this will wind up a foul ball. 2-2. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
Looked to me like he tried to do way too much on that 2-2 pitch. You don't have to come into the zone on that count, but a pitch that far outside isn't going to tempt anyone to swing.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Ortega is over to his right as he puts this one away. 2 down.
Now batting, the third baseman.
Ready for another shot now. Yohan Moncada. It was a fly out for him in his last trip. Brandon Hughes comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one.
Brandon Hughes.
First pitch coming. Here it is.
Ball. Counts 1-0.
Now the 1-0 finds the zone. Strike 1.
1-1.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1. Swing and a ball lifted into straightaway center. Morrow is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the White Sox. They lead it 6-0. Stepping up to the plate, David Bodie. He went down on strikes last time up.
Yeah, but it was a good changeup, Matty. Good arm action on that pitch. Look for him to try and stay back a little bit more. Let the ball get a little deeper. Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to rush a heater right here.
Ball 1 as the changeup misses well off the inside. Gets him to swing at a pitch down and out of the zone. 1-2. And that misses. 2-2. Swung on and chopped up the middle. Anderson brings it in, and a good throw gets him. 1 gone. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Rafael Ortega. He doubled earlier and carries a 2-for-2 line into this appearance. And looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1.
Hey, sometimes you have to look at it like it's not how or how many, pitching very well into this one, into the late innings, and his first pitch strike percentage, less than 50%. He'd like it to be a lot higher than that. He's making it very difficult on himself, but he's still getting outs.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. The 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And right into the shift. Taken in by Abreu. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Now batting.
Into the box, Andrelton Simmons. He was a ground out victim last time up. First delivery to him on the way. Toss started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 1. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. 2 out, nobody on. To the left side, but it's well foul. And another foul ball. Lays off 2-2 now.
Man, this guy's a grinder. Fouls off good pitches and doesn't seem to swing at the ones just off the corner. This guy's a pitcher's nightmare.
Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Cueto into his motion. Here it is on 2-2. On the 8th pitch of the at-bat is the one that finally does it as he wears him down. New inning set to get underway, and set to go is the veteran first baseman, Jose Abreu. Pitch on the way. Now a slurve's going to bounce up to the plate as he lays off it for a ball. In his career, Abreu has launched 250 major league home runs, a respectable number for just about anybody. 2-0 now. Now here's the pitch. And a ball popped foul to the right side, out of play. Three balls and a strike to the Chicago leadoff hitter. Luis Robert will be next. And right into the shift. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. So striding in, Luis Robert. He went deep for a 2-run homer in his previous at-bat. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
Ball 1, no strike.
Hit on the ground to third. Reined in. Throw in time at first for out number 2. Ready now for the White Sox, Gavin Sheets. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Yeah, it's been an offensive explosion for him today. There's a fight at the bat rack. Everyone seems to be putting barrel on baseball in this lineup.
1-0 the count.
1-0.
And now pitch on the way. 2-0 now.
I'd be real surprised if he goes back out away there on the mound. This is a count for a fastball challenge, and we'll see if he's ready for it in the box.
Fouled away. Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. And this one's going to bounce up to the plate. An easy take there, and it's 3-1 now. Leury Garcia would be next. Just got a piece of that one. Perhaps shortening up now will get the ball in play. And this one misses high for ball 4, and they have themselves a 2-out base runner. So striding forward now, Leury Garcia. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Rowan Wick enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is. From the stretch. There's the fastball that gets the lower part of the zone, called for a strike. Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact.
You know, something to keep in mind, they're really burning through that bullpen, and this is only the first game of the series. Definitely could have an impact on the rest of the series, and maybe even the whole week ahead.
The 1-2. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him. And now the Cubs pitcher, Rowan Wick, and he's getting his first plate appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago. Nelson Velasquez will try and get his club back into it here as he'll pinch hit to lead off the home half of the 8th. And he'll start him with a slider that's taken down and away for ball 1. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Some action now in the White Sox bullpen. They'll stand up a lefty and a right-hander to throw. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. A ball and 2 strikes now. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
He's been in total control out there tonight. Gets the leadoff guy with a strike out there, and it just seems like we've seen so many off-balance swings and weakly hit balls in this one.
Ian Happ is at the plate as he takes a cold strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1.
Name of the game out on the mound is to disrupt timing of the hitters in the box. He's certainly got this guy on the defensive.
Checks his swing here, but he does so in time. 1 out, nobody on. On the ground to the right side. Gloved by Harrison. And there are 2 away now. Now in the box, Christopher Morrow. 4th trip to the plate now, and he's hitless to this point.
Yeah, he and his teammates have really been shut down by some very good pitching in this one. Been fun for a guy like me to watch.
1 ball, no strikes to count. Smoke toward the hole. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit.
Now batting, catcher, Wilson.
So now the White Sox manager will slowly make his way toward the mound, and that'll signal the end for Johnny Cueto. So he'll leave after a strong 7 2/3 here as he'll hope the bullpen can get the final 4 outs to secure his victory. Next to hit will be Wilson Contreras. And this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases. And he's in safely to 3rd as a run will score on the play as well.
Yeah, it might only be a drop in the ocean, but every run helps when you're down this big. That triple gets them within 5 runs, so we'll see if they can keep chipping away here.
So now to the plate, Patrick Wisdom
as he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. So far 2 for 3 in this one.
Oh, 1. Here's the pitch. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1.
They say the toughest pitch in baseball is a located fastball. I disagree. That nasty slider is tough to hold up on.
The 1-1. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2.
1 and 2.
Pitch is way outside, and that's straight to the backstop. What a bad time for a wild pitch, as the run will score from third.
This is why you've always got to be careful with a runner on third. He went with the slider there and just overthrew it and spiked it into the ground. He's going to have a hard time letting that one go.
Now a check swing, but that's in there for strike 3 anyway, and the inning is over. Number 57 takes the mound as he's been called upon to pitch. All set to start the 9th in this one, and that'll bring in the second baseman, Josh Harrison. Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. Look out, 2-0 now.
You know, sometimes it takes a pitcher a few pitches to get going, but those 2 pitches weren't even close. Falls behind in the count, 2-0. It's time to start getting locked in.
2 balls and a strike now. The 2-1 home. Grounder down the line at third. And that's through for a hit. And now it'll kick around in the corner.
Now batting, number 21.
Into the box now, Reese McGuire.
At the ball.
A ball and no strikes. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Smoked on the ground left side. Ah, way to get dirty. On to first, and they get them both.
That's a great example there of why the sinker is such an effective pitch. The hitter's eyes see it higher in the zone than it ends up, and that makes it real tough to square up.
Andrew Vaughn will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty.
Andrew Vaughn.
Here's a first pitch slider that just tails out of the zone. It's ball 1. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
I don't blame him for not coming over the heart of the plate. He circled this guy on the lineup card when he got to the yard today. He's been swinging one of the hotter bats in the game.
The 2-0. Hit in the air toward the gap in right center. Center fielder on the run. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Nothing doing here for the White Sox. They lead it 6-2. Tanner Banks is on, and he'll take over on the mound in relief.
Number 57, Tanner Banks.
All set for the bottom of the 9th. And next to bat will be the first baseman, Alfonso
The first
Rivas.
baseman, Alfonso Rivas.
He's set. Here it comes.
Ball 1.
The 1-0 is looked at for the first strike. Now the pitch. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Sheets is there, and that's not the start to the bottom of the ninth this crowd was hoping for. One away. There's a look at the final line for the White Sox starter, and he was really in command on the mound throughout the evening.
Yeah, he looked really dialed in from start to finish. This is the kind of outing you hope for every time you go out there. So I think he'll feel pretty good about the effort he put forth in this one.
In now, David Bodie, as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. The 1-0.
Ball left outside.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Slow little roller to third.
Moncada fields it cleanly.
And the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play.
The right fielder, number
Stepping into the box, Rafael Ortega. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the ninth. Pitch on the way. A high fastball is in there. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Good pitch as this is swung on and missed, and now they're down to perhaps their final strike of the evening.
Ooh, that was an ugly swing. I'm sure he's not going to watch that one on replay after the game.
And he'll step out and ask for time. Maybe trying to get this pitcher out of the rhythm he's in right now. The Cubs are down to their final strike here. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Well, in a quick series like this, you take the first one, you're guaranteed at least a split. They'll take that every single time.
And tonight's ends at a 6-2 finish. The White Sox took the lead in the fourth and held on until the end. Johnny Cueto takes the win on the mound, his second of the year. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Our final line score tonight. First for the victorious White Sox, 6 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. They left 3 men on base. For the Cubs, 2 runs on 8 hits, 1 error. They left 7 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 57 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Wrigley Field, 41,649. As always, we thank you for your support of Chicago Cubs baseball and remind you to please drive home safely.